Hello guys, this is Reza and welcome to our Python tutorials. In this tutorial we are going to talk about variables and data types in Python. In order to understand the variables, we have to know that variables are containers in which we can put different data types. Different data types are like numbers, are like strings, names, and so on. In this tutorial, we'll go in details talking about these data types and how we create the variables. The first important thing about creating a variable is to giving a name to it. We call it the identifier. Imagine that we want to store information about a person. The first important information is the first name. So we'll write first name, and then in this first name we will put his first name. But of course we have to remember that all the strings and characters must be put in double quotations. Imagine that his first name is John, so we'll put it inside double quotations. Python understands that this variable is containing a string because it is inside double quotations. You could write, for example, Alex, or you could write even the last name, for example, Alex Brown. So you can put whatever you like inside a string. You can put even multiple lines. Python understands that this is a string type. The other data type in Python is the numbers. For example, we want to store the age of this person. So we say age equals to, for example, 34. So Python understands that this variable contains numbers from now on. You can have whole numbers like this one, or you can have integer numbers. As you can see here, it is recognized as an integer number. If we called it like this, it would understand as a float number. So in Python we have got different types of numbers, but Python understands that this is a number. And the last data type in Python is the Boolean data type. For example, we want to know if this person is male or female. Of course, we know that Alex is a guy, so we'll call it true. So this guy is a male. And here we will see that the data type is understood by Python. It is called Boolean, and it is set to true. True or false. These are the only two values that we can give to booleans. So we'll reset this to true. And then, as you remember from last session, we can print the information for the user by using the keyword print, as you see. And then imagine that we want to print the first name. From now on, if you write the first characters, Python understands that you mean first name, or even if you had other variables with the FIR startings, Python would list them for you, and then you can choose among them. You want to maybe write the age of the person, and finally you want to print if he is male or not. Before running this project, I want to just mention some information. First of all, if you see, I have used underline here. There are some naming conventions for the variables in different programming languages. Some of them prefer camel case. Camel case is like this. You start the first part with the small letter, and then the other nouns that come afterward will start with a capital letter. So first name is like this. There is another convention called Pascal. You write all the nouns with capital letter. And of course there are other types like Hungarian notation that we use the types at first and so on. But in Python we write everything as lowercase, and we divide different nouns with underline. This is very important to notice that if it is a class name, in the future we will learn that class names start with capital letters. But for now, remember that the variables are all written in small letters, and if they are compound nouns, we have to divide them using the underline. Now, if we run this program, you can see that all these values are written together for you in separate lines. First name, age is male. Alex Brown, 34, true. The last important thing about variables is that if you write another value on a variable, like for example if you want to change our first name to John again, here John is overwritten, so first name is not Alex Brown anymore and John is written in first name. Programs in Python are read sequentially starting from the first line. It reads the first line and assigns Alex Brown to first name, then it reads age and assigns 34, is male, assigns true. If you write again first name, it will give the new value to first name and it will forget about the one you gave it before. If we run this application again, you can see that John is now written instead of Alex Brown. So in this tutorial we talked about variables and data types. We understood that variables are the containers and we have got three different data types in Python that the variables can contain. These different data types are strings, which are a set of characters. It can be even a full sentence or a full book. The other type is numbers. You can put all types of numbers, whole numbers, integers, float numbers, and the last data type is the Boolean data type, which can have only true or false. Remember that these data types are the primitive data types that Python supports. You can have data types with different structures in which there are more than one primitive data type. In the future, we will talk about them in details. I hope this tutorial has been helpful for you. If you liked it, please subscribe to our channel, and if you have got any question, please ask in the comments below. I will answer you as soon as I can. Have fun and don't forget to practice.